All right, we're back. It is Sunday, March 26th, going over some more stocks. Looking at First Republic Bank, FRC, and we all know what happened with this. This thing absolutely collapsed. Riding along February, see these tight little candles banks. They don't get much movement as far as, volatility. They're pretty boring stocks. A lot of these banks, not the major ones, First Republic Regional Bank was going up 140. This thing hit a high 147.68. And it started to come down a little bit, 120 March. Then it started to get this candle right here, this low 115. Then it started to drop. Big, big like reversal candle here. Went the bottom, the top with huge long wicks. And then we gap down again. This is all gap downs, gap down. We bounced. And then next thing you know, we're fading now. You're down to 1235. So this stock has been absolutely crushed. First Republic Bank, all these banks collapsing. Was it SVB Bank? It's basically a tech bank now. FRC, um, absolutely crushed. Let's look at the yearly on this. So you see, yearly 2010, it has climbed its way up. 15, everything was fine, and then we hit this year or 12/30/2022. Started to go down, red candle quarterly. That is ugly. You basically drop one, two, three, four, five candles straight red. This is still coming down. I don't think the bottom's in this. Um, Unless something happens, they magically, some good news happens, and it's just this thing can pop a little bit. There's the monthly. Look at that candle. You're below 20 on stochastics. Look at the ride. The ride up from 2011, very solid. I started to get some volatility 2017, 18 through 20 with COVID. Then this thing bounced all the way up, like a lot of stocks. The all time high in this was 222.86. And right now, you get a 5 minute, you're at 1235. Imagine that. Imagine you worked for this bank, going back to the monthly, or you're a big investor in this bank, even a 401k, anything, pensions, whatever, and you're 220. Next thing you're at 12. You just lost like all your money. That's why investing, you never know. I don't like to invest in a lot of risky stuff, even though this didn't even seem risky at the time. The SPY, keep things simple, very simple in like a 401k or something. Don't go crazy. Apple, something that's not going to collapse. Because if the SPY collapses in the stock market, then we're all done. Because that's how they make their money. If they can't make money no more in the stock market, Wall Street, then we're all done. Then what's the point? Because that's how all these shows, CNBC, they're all pushing sales, selling stocks. They want the market to go up. That's how they're all making their bonuses and all that. And all right, so let's go back to the daily chart so you can see this, man. This is a big move from 220 down, going down. Now, where's this going? Can this go lower? Yes, it's already gone lower. It's sort of fading the volume a little bit. We'll see what happens this week. Any more news on this? Could this go below 10? I think it will. We'll see if this finds a bottom. Drew a trend line now, basically from September. You have a top trend line here. This is a big, wide move here. Let's look at any recent news on this. Update to U.S. Mulls more support for banks while giving First Republic time. That was Bloomberg. What's going on with First Republic? Wall Street Journal. Let me see if I can read anything here. Wall Street Journal. At the Wall Street Journal. See if we can get. It's the top part. Shares have been hit hard following failures in early March to large U.S. regional banks, Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, global bank panic that has ensued. First Republic shares are trading just above all-time lows set in 2020 despite repeated efforts to rescue the San Francisco lender. And investors remain unsettled about the prospects of the firm and many other mid-sized U.S. lenders. Right. So a lot of Basically unsure what's going to happen next with this. What else? Anything else? There's no information on this. Any more information? Looking at FinViz, banks concern linger. Excuse me. All right, this is Yahoo Finance. So shares flip flopping, blah blah blah. Shares have dropped about 90% this year. Yeah, 90%. Let's lose all our money. That's great. Roughly 20 billion of market cap. First Republic has been particularly vulnerable with the possibility of government-backed rescue effort by big banks doing little to stem shares slide. Most lenders, regional lenders, Friday rose. Treasury Janet Yellen said the earlier regulators will be prepared to take additional steps to guard deposit if warranted. Liquidity issue at mid-sized banks seem to be mitigating, partly aided by borrowings from newly established bank term funding program created to provide additional source of funding. Deutsche Bank weighed U.S. financial stock weighed on early trading. Stock slumped as much as 15%. They had problems. Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse, they've been garbage too. You look back at the monthly charts on them, Deutsche Bank and Credit Suisse, they've been garbage for years, going back like 10 years now. So basically nothing new on First Republic Bank. I'm looking at news like right now. Anything else pop up? Nothing yet. So would you own this stock? Would you get in down here? It's total risk. You don't know what's going to happen with this. You want to take like a lotto play, just like playing the lottery. You don't know. Maybe something will happen. This will bounce. Short term, get to 20, possible. Anything's possible. This was a 2.29 billion market cap. It was had a dividend 8.74%. It looked very safe. No one thinks that banks going to collapse. Remember since 2009 crisis? Yeah, everything's basically normal for a regional bank. Institutions own 97%, so they get wiped out. So we'll see what happens. It's definitely you can day trade this. There's some big moves. Let me see on the 5-minute. Well, Friday was a very choppy day, so not much range on that. The 30-minute. When this gapped down and it was down at 20, and then that moved to 50, that was a great time to get in. When these drop like that very hard, and it's almost like a penny stock. It's moving 20 to 50. You don't get that in the day. And then 20 back up to 40. Looks like we have a line right here. It's definitely a triangle, descending triangle, but now it's flat. It's just nothing going on. So we'll see what happens Monday because Friday is very choppy. Nothing really changed much in the market. Late day bounce. The NASDAQ bounced pretty good. So what you see here is you draw a line right down here, and it's very tight. So it's just drifting. When you have the volume start to lessen a little bit, because there's no recent news. So any news will either pop this, something good, or this will really drop hard under 10. But I would definitely, if you day trade it, it definitely has the liquidity. 77 million. What did this normally do? 2 million. look at the volume. 1 million. Yeah, it just crushed that when that news came out. So First Republic Bank is totally garbage now. And we will see what happens, with the stock. Is this going below 10? I think it does go below 10. Will this have some sort of major bounce? That's possible too. And we'll see what happens. So, see if any major news happens with this week. Look at this big from the high, line to line. Look at this line. That's a big space in between here from that drop around 150. It's at 12. All right, so we'll see. First Republic Bank has been very volatile since, what was the date on here? March 7th. And there we are right now. We'll see what happens this week. We get more volatility in the market, and we'll see what this stock do, First Republic Bank. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Came and Trades on YouTube, and any links below. That's it. Peace.